Well, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Big Bad Caffeinated Podcast. Once again, I'm excited to be back and jump into another episode of Cooking Candace. Let's get into it.
If you haven't yet seen this clip that's making the rounds, we have it for you. And it makes it kind of hilarious, even more hilarious, that the very organization that Charlie Kirk built is trying to sell to the public that the very idea of a government-sanctioned assassination is crazy.
So then Candace plays some footage of Charlie Kirk talking about the JFK assassination and how all the suspicious things around that there happened and that we need some answers and that he doesn't apply the official government narrative.
And then again, I think that all of us are smarter to believe that it was simply Lee Harvey Oswald. The more important question is not, oh, who did it? We have to first acknowledge it that more than one person did it. Once we acknowledge that more than one person did it, then we can expose our government to have lied to us about the JFK assassination, which then I think will sober a lot of us about trusting the government in the future.
Totally reasonable. But Candace takes us to say, hey, see, if you're arguing with me, if you don't believe me, then Charlie wouldn't agree with you.
Thank you, Charlie Kirk, for reminding us that you had common sense, that you didn't accept force-fed narratives, that you did not accept the BS crap that our government has sold us regarding the one individual that was involved in JFK's assassination. Of course, multiple people were involved and a lot of strange things occurred on that day. That is what makes his answer there so compelling, okay? Especially in the midst of, well, MK Ultra 2.0.
Then you're saying that government assassinations don't happen? No, nobody is claiming that. Nobody's claiming that at all. What we're saying is, if you want us to buy into your theory and your narratives that this is more than what it actually is, if there's governments involved in this, well, we'd like to see some evidence on this. It's like something more than your little theories, okay? Saying that JFK was likely a government assassination, therefore Charlie Kirk must have been the government, that's
a lot of odd things that transpired on that day, just like on the day of JFK's assassination.
There's no link there. You haven't provided any evidence. Once again, it's just your feelings, Candace. Okay? If you want to criticize us all for buying the government fed slop, well, prove to us that you're not just selling Candace slop.
Everything is fake and gay.
Hey, if you like this kind of content, please consider giving the channel a follow. We're really trying to get to 50 followers and it would be a big help to the channel. And if you're feeling extra generous, please give a like and a comment on the video.
Well, that pointed us into the direction of a particular satellite of countries and continents that have somehow come up in this investigation. I'll paint that for you now. Yes, we have mentioned France. Yes, we have mentioned Israel. Yes, we have mentioned the United States government. And yes, we have mentioned Egypt.
Oh my gosh, guys, I know I doubted her, but like, do you see the chart? Do you see the chart? There's 4 countries and there's lines to the Charlie Kirk assassination. Oh my, she's just blown the lid off this whole thing. It's a chart.
Wow, that seems crazy.
And once again, Candace is throwing shade at the FBI because they have not disproved that the French government are trying to assassinate her.
People also laughed when I said that there was thereafter a viable threat, which came from the Macron couple who apparently paid for my assassination. And yet, strangely, neither the Pentagon nor the White House or our intel agencies or the Élysée Palace are disputing that narrative. And now we can add officially the FBI to that list of agencies that aren't denying that threat because
I kind of remind you, it's not the FBI's job to prove that the French government aren't trying to assassinate her. You made the claim, Candace. It's your job to provide some evidence for why you're claiming that. Okay? It's not the FBI's job or anybody else to disprove your claim. You made the claim, you present the evidence. That's kind of how it works. Also, once again, according to Candace Owens' own words, she did not file a report with the FBI. She sent a text message. She does not say who she sent that text message to.
But the FBI left me on red. And I will say I didn't go through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that. But I did send a text message to somebody very high up who received the text message. No response.
It would be really simple for Candace Owens to prove how disingenuous the FBI were being if that is the case. She just needs to actually file a report. She has not done that. as far as we know, because she has not presented that. What are the FBI meant to do if you just send a text message? We don't even know. Did you send it to Kash Patel personally? Okay, you could. Like, we know how much you love showing off text messages on your show. You could show the text message. No, she's not going to do any of that. It's the FBI's job to investigate and prove that she's lying. Because that makes sense.
Kash Patel recently gave an interview to Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly asked him directly about the Macron couple and about the allegation that they attempted to orchestrate an assassination on my life, and of course, whether or not they could have been involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination, which I have said, right? Here is what Kash Patel says in response, or rather what he doesn't say in response. Take a listen.
There's been an allegation made by prominent podcaster Candace Owens that she's received a death threat, a credible death threat from the French, that a threat has been made on her life, and that the French, she's been told, also may have had a role in Charlie's assassination. Have you looked into either of those? Do you believe she's received a credible death threat from the French, or that the French had something potentially to do with Charlie's death?
Any American that receives a death threat from overseas or anywhere in America is going to be fully investigated. So we're not going to turn our eye away from that investigation or any others. If there's anything to it, this FBI will respond to it.
Do you want to involve me in you looking at it? Because actually, it kind of left me on red. There has been no communication with the FBI.
Now look, I'm not saying that you have to trust Kash Patel on that. I certainly don't trust Kash Patel. However, on a practical level, what else is the guy meant to say? Because by Candace's own admission, she sent a text message. Who did you send the text message to, Candace? How much evidence could you possibly provide via text message? Why don't you just file the report with the evidence that you claim you have, and then you're forcing the FBI's hand into investigating it? Or, as you also admitted, you're not doing that because maybe that would be wasting the government's time, and maybe you would get into serious trouble for filing a false report for internet clicks. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Please let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next episode. It'll be coming out very soon.